Okay, so um, I'm Ruben. I'm going to give you a brief overview of our integration with LXD. And as you've seen previously, our goal is to complete our support to virtualization solutions in the data center. So we target LXD, LXC, first because we have some interest from some of our customers, and then because it's an infrastructure solution. So as you probably know, LXD is it's a similar thing, but it's a different bits compared to Kubernetes or something like that, which is more focused on applications. So we wanted to provide an infrastructure tool for our users based on the container solution. Why? You have probably two reasons. One is performance, and the other one is if you want to increase the density of virtual machines or virtual servers deploying on a bare metal server, containers is probably going to help you because you can increase the number of running virtual servers on a given host. When we designed the integration, we wanted to leverage all the functionality we already have in OpenNebula. So all the scheduling, all the networking drivers, all the storage drivers that we are using for virtual machines to be able to be used with LXD. So that was the main driven of over the design of the components, and hopefully you will be able to use all the tooling with OpenNebula, the same scheduler, one flow if you are using or composing applications or services with different templates. That's going to work with LXD. LXD has been supported with by Demonware, so really thank you for funding this feature, and thank you for contributing it back to the community. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas of how the integration has been done. So the first thing is storage. When you're using LXD, we are going to provide you three different ways to bootstrap the contents of your cloud. The first thing, we've developed marketplace components to the two of the main marketplaces for the Linux container community. We have marketplace for the linuxcontainer.org project, so all the containers that are published there are going to be able to be imported in your cloud. Also, we have the turnkey Linux containers marketplace. Those two drivers are going to be delivered as part of the LXD drivers. Then we've been working on supporting the KVM images that you already have for your virtual machines. So the idea is that the same image is going to be able to be used as base for a container. Okay. As part of that, we'll be mounting or inspecting what partitions are in the disk and expose that to the container. And then if you can build your own container images, or if you're already using LXD and you have your images, you can use that as always. So either of one of these three sources, you will be able to create an image in your image data store, and that image in the image data store is going to be deployed in a system data store in the same way we are using with KVM, for example. So if you are using Ceph, you'll be using the Ceph drivers, and that's going to work. If you're using QKO2 as your data store, that's going to work. If you are using NetApp hardware, that's going to work because all the drivers are going to be the same. The way of distributing these images in either form, file or RBD or whatever, is going to be the same. Once the image is ready or presented in the node, then the drivers take the stage, and we have mappers. So the idea is that we take, for example, a file, and we map that in the file system and the hypervisor for the container. If it's a cookout2, we are using MVD, for example. If it's Ceph, we are mounting the RBD volume in each partition. So basically, this last mile is where the drivers works, and the goal is to map the root file system for the container or any disk in the definition of the template. Also, you will be mapping the OpenNebula context in the same way. So if you're using contextualization and you're putting files in the context CD, that is going to be mapping the container, and you are going to be able to use it within the container. Networking is the same thing. It's the very same idea. Right now, for the first release, we're basing it on Linux bridging technology. But LXD works with OpenVSwitch, so we expect to extend the support for OpenVSwitch in an upcoming release. So anything you're using for networking in terms of security groups, drivers, VLAN tagging, or VXLAN, or whatever you're using, is going to work with containers. The idea is that our current drivers will set up bridging, links, and that kind of things, and then LXD containers will be connected to those entities. So your drivers, your integrations, or the current stock drivers are also going to be supported by LXD. In terms of virtualization, we've been supporting most of the operations. The basic ones like starting, deploy, rebooting, shut down a container, attach a new network interface or detach it, attach a new disk or detach it. There are some operations that will not be able to be implemented. Some are limitations of the containers itself, like save the status of the container. And others may be implementing in an upcoming release. For example, live migrating a container using LXD, that can be done, but it's not implemented in this first release. Also, we've been working on providing BNC for the containers, so that's a bit tricky. We are based on the BNC term project, which basically executes a terminal through BMC, so you can connect to the container. We modify the project so you have like an init daemon that proxy all BNC connections to the container and starts a new terminal through BNC when a connection is made. Okay, so that will be also part of the release of the drivers. And yeah, I'm going to show you how it works. Let me. Okay, hope you see it. So these are a couple of images I have ready for use in here. I have these scenario and Alpine LXD images. One of these has been imported through the Linux Container Marketplace. So you're seeing here the actual marketplace integration running. It basically connects to the linuxcontainers.org page for the images. And here you had a list of what they have published. They have well, a lot of Ubuntu flavors because that's run by Ubuntu basically. But you also have some, for example, some Alpine images right there. Sorry, like here, Oracle, even CentOS and Alpine. So I'm imported one of these for the demo, and it's here as a regular image on OpenNebula. So I created a template. Here I have a scenario or Alpine LXD template, and it's basically similar to any other Linux or virtual machine template. In this case, I'm using the Alpine root FS. And I have support for the contextualization. Here we are also be exposing some specific LXD keys. For example, I want this container to be running in privileged mode in case you need that. And you just instantiate this container as any virtual machine. So let's try like test. And I already have one working in order to speed up things. So I have this Alpine LXD 44, which is, as you see, the interface is just the same. In terms of networking, we have this the same monitorization. You can have this the same attach operations. Let me show you the BNC. You connect here. Right now, I'm executing a simple bash command on the LXC container. It's like LXC exec bash shell, but you can configure that. If you take a look to the IP, you see that it's contextualized. And if you go to the, this is the LXD node, and yeah, if you take a look here, you have the container running. So I think I don't have more space, but if I deploy the okay, this one is already running, so probably I have another one here. So yeah, this is basically the integration. Summary, this is going to be ready in 5.8. We'll be delivering the virtual machine manager drivers. We'll be delivering the marketplace drivers to interface with the Linux container drivers. We have stock mappers to use files in RAW or cookout2 format, or if you have a Ceph cluster, that is also going to be implemented. We are going to support KVM images. So if you, our aim is that any image that you have prepared for KVM is going to work with multiple partitions and in LXD. And also we are extending the contextualization packages because there are a couple of things that have to be modified to work for the containers. And all of these things is going to be released with 5.8. So we hope that we can streamline your experience with LXD and OpenNebula. And that's it. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy LXD in the next release. Thank you.